How to get better eyesight with harmonization of the brain hemispheres. Hello everybody, my name is Sviatoslav, and today I will explain what is the harmonization of the brain hemispheres and how it's related to vision. What will happen if our brain hemispheres work unevenly? Using only one hand little by little can lead to degradation. How should our eyes work normally? Why does one eye stop working? How are eyes connected with the brain? How lazy eye affects the stronger eye? And exercises to harmonize the hemispheres that you need to learn to do regularly. What is hemispheric harmonization? The hemispheres of our brain work at different frequencies, and one works more than the other by 2 or 3 times. Modern researchers and psychologists argue why they work so differently, but because one hemisphere is imaginative, creative, and the other is logical, and that is why such different frequencies of the brain work. How are things really going? A person was taught to do everything with one hand, and in most cases it was to write with his right hand, to hold a spoon like that while eating, hold the computer mouse with his right hand, and so on. In the natural world, this is unnatural. There is no single right-handed monkey, or there is no right-handed horse, or a left-handed tiger. Using only one hand, little by little can lead to degradation. Any exercises to harmonize the hemispheres make a person much smarter, much faster, much better. But in this video, I would like to talk about eye diseases in particular. The weaker hemisphere of the brain poorly controls those parts of our body for which it is responsible. The left hemisphere of the brain is responsible for the right hand, the right eye, and in general all organs and parts on the right side. And the right hemisphere is responsible for all the left eye, left hand, and organs on the left side. For example, when we walk, the right hemisphere sends a weaker impulse to the left leg, and the step is smaller than on the right leg. Also, the person didn't specifically develop his right leg. In contrast to the right hand, we do much more than anything. For example, write or eat. This is precisely the problem of the more developed hemisphere, which gives stronger signals. With the eyes, everything is the same, and with the internal organs, everything is the same. With the eyes, the situation is such that as a result of a stronger one hemisphere, and in most cases it is the left hemisphere and the right eye, it works harder. How should our eyes work normally? The eyes should work the same way. For example, we are walking down the street. We look to the left, and the left eye starts work as the main eye, and the right eye at this time complements the picture with peripheral vision to get a three-dimensional picture, and so that our brain calculates the distance to the object. That is, we automatically calculate and roughly represent how much distance is here. To check this, you can look to the left and close your right eye, and after a few seconds to open and understand where his peripheral vision is. We look to the right eye is working, and the left one begins to supplement the picture. And due to this, we constantly work actively and actively move and get a lot of visual information from different pictures, from the main focus and the peripheral one. When we consciously actively do not look around, the blood circulation in the eye deteriorates, the oculomotor muscle loses their tone. The more developed hemisphere throw all the load on the right eye in the right-hander person, and the left eyes become to see worse and begins to be lazy. Lazy eye is really visible. If you look of photos, people one eye slightly less open than the other. And in humans it's visible visually. In severe cases it can be so bad that the left eye can stop working and see altogether. This lazy eye has all the normal muscles. His optic nerve is good, everything is good, but only it doesn't work. Why does one eye stop working? The brain turns off its work so as not to waste energy on it. But now the other eye works for two and is overstrained. Because when everything was normal, the eyes works alternately. One eye works and the other rests at this time. And like this, they don't get tired. And if the eye begin to overstrain, it may develop myopia or astigmatism. How are eyes connected with the brain? The cross nervous system, that is the eyes, connected crosswise with cerebral hemispheres. The left hemisphere is responsible for the right eye, and the right hemisphere of the brain is responsible for the left eye. For example, you never wrote with your left hand and taught you right-handed to write letter by letter, stick by stick, since childhood. But if you take a pen now in your left hand that you never learned to write and start write, miracle! It turns out you can also write with your left hand. Well, a little worse of course, but how did it happen? How did your hand learn to write? You have never learned it. The cross nervous system is called sympathetic. That is, one part sympathizes with another part, and one eye sympathizes with the other eye. And as a result of a person's life in childhood, one eye developed amblyopia, the other sees worse. Then vision on this -2 or on this -3. Lazy eye affect stronger eye. Over the years, this eye that was lazy due to sympathetic cross system taught another overworking eye to be lazy. And now the stronger eye is tired and still a little lazy. And now he has become lazy and tired at the same time. Vision can deteriorate. As a result of this disharmony of our cerebral hemispheres, therefore the hemispheres must be harmonized with exercises. And a lot of loads must be transferred to the weak hand to harmonize the hemispheres. Exercises to harmonize the hemispheres that you need to learn to do regularly. First, the simplest. We take a ball and throw the simplest from hand to hand. Attention exercise has a powerful effect on the eyes and first of all for the brain, for the eyes secondary. Because the eyes start to work alternately and the hemispheres begin to synchronize. As soon as it will become to be very easy, it is necessary to complicate it. You can add a clap or one more ball. You can shift many tasks to your left hand. For example, if you are right-handed, you can use a computer mouse with your left hand or use the phone only with your left hand to click on the screen. Third, an advanced exercises is learning to juggle 2 balls, then 3, then 4 and so on. You can quickly harmonize your brain. The brain hemispheres harmonization is very important for improving vision. Most probably you heard the common saying that our eyes is the brain brought out. Very important to direct your attention to the fact that you improve your vision. That is, you understand with consciousness what you are doing. You're doing them to improve vision, and that's when neural pathway and attention will be directed to the eyes and vision will improve 100%. Today I explain what is the harmonization of the brain hemispheres and how it's related to vision. Why is it important to our brain hemispheres work evenly using only one hand little by little can lead to degradation, and super necessary to use both hands. Our eyes must work alternately, not only one. Why does one eye stop working? Eyes cross-connected with the brain. How lazy eye affects the stronger eye? And top 3 methods to harmonize the hemispheres that you need to learn to do regularly. Subscribe to my channel, hit like so more people can see this video. If you have any questions, write them in the comments. I will try to answer all the questions in the comments. And see you in the next videos.